going on, guys? It is Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and Bleach continues to be fucking awesome in my review of Bleach 504. Yes, if you couldn't tell from my immediate energy, I loved this freaking chapter. It was great. Just, so much good stuff here. Now, first and foremost, this chapter focused squarely on Yamamoto and his battle with this big dude Driscoll, which is not a very long battle. But on the upside, it's very, very cool looking and super flashy. Now, immediately Driscoll is just attacking Yamamoto with Chojiro's Bankai attack, which essentially is this, like, lightning technique that shoots all these lightning bolts down at the ground and everything. But you know what? This don't mean shit. Yamamoto is hit by this. It doesn't mean anything. But before we actually get into the actual battle, we go into this flashback. And this is a flashback that apparently took place a long time ago, because this is probably the youngest version of Yamamoto I think we've seen in the series. At a point where he only had one scar on his forehead, and we actually get to see him interacting with a very younger Sasakibe, and we can see that Sasakibe definitely really looks up to him, and he just wants to be his right arm or his right-hand man. He wants to help him in his battle against the forces of evil, and you know, he wants to test out his Bankai against him, and Genryusei is like, whatever, let's bring it, come on man, let's do this. And they have this battle, and he does get hit by the technique. They don't actually show it, but it creates another scar across his forehead, and that's where he gets that kind of cross-shaped scar. And from that point on, you know, some of the other Shinigami would call him Jujisai, and Chojiro would call him Ejisai, which I don't know the Japanese stuff. I don't know what this means, but eventually at one point he said, you know what, I'm going to call myself Genryusei Yamamoto. So I'm not really sure what that means. If you guys understand what that is, maybe you guys could leave a comment about it, because I have no idea how that stuff really works in the Japanese language. But it sounds really cool. But either way, the battle, they finally go back to it. We can see that Driscoll is using his Bankai against Yamamoto, and he has these giant lightning bolts that are just slamming down on top of him. But it doesn't mean shit. There's this one point where it actually comes down right on top of Yamamoto, and Driscoll thinks he has him. And Yamamoto's like, I can't believe it. Chojiro, there's no way that your Bankai would be this weak. And he just like freaks out, and there's this great panel of him where he's just so freaking pissed off. And then he just immediately, in one swipe, takes this fucker out. Just boom! And there's this awesome panel where Driscoll's body is just like exploding, and half of it is just gone. It's in flames. You can see his skeleton. This is just brutal and awesome as hell. One of the coolest things I've ever seen from Captain Yamamoto. And just, it speaks volumes about his power. We've always known he's a really cool character, but I just love how awesome he took this guy out. Just, I love this. Kubo, keep up the good work, man. So, 10 out of 10. This was an awesome chapter. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about it. All the characters were great. We got a little more background information about Yamamoto and his former lieutenant, Driscoll. As cool looking as he was, we all knew he wasn't going to be able to beat Yamamoto, and he definitely went out like a badass. Oh my god, that was one of the coolest kills in the entire series. So clearly I'm gushing all over this one. So 10 out of 10, awesome chapter. Alright guys, so I really enjoyed this one. So what did you guys think about it? Did you enjoy Yamamoto just completely just frying the hell out of this guy? You can let me know with your comments below. As always guys, remember, if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. That concludes this review today. SuperKamiGuru9000, out.